Howdy, Redesert Boy here. So I'm going to follow up and do the range video discussion. And once again, I have my Springfield XD-E in 45 ACP. There's no magazine in here. It's empty, as we can see. And once again, as I said in the other video, they also made these in 9mm. Capacities were 8 and 9 rounds, I think, in those. This one came with a 6-round magazine with a little finger extension, and this one with a 7-round one with that. Once again, it's a double action, single action, and it has fiber optic sights, and it's got the other dots back there. And since it's a double action, single action, this one happens to come with a decocker safety that's ambidextrous. So it's got one on both sides, and you can decock it, and then you can go ahead and put it on safe. And so this one, 45 ACP, I like it because it's got almost the same firepower, pretty much with the 7-round mag as a basic 7-round 1911, but in a smaller package. So they got kind of discontinued and phased out because the P365 came out, and then of course Springfield Armory came out with the Hellcat, you know. And then we started seeing the Shield Plus and all these other guns. So let's talk about the range visit. So I went to the indoor range, and the first thing I did was I said, let's go to 7 yards, which I don't know, you probably can't see that right now, but this was, try not to bounce you around too much. 7 yards with the Springfield Armory XD-E and 45 ACP. And so I did a little double tap drill, you know, and I had 1, 2, and then of course this here was the third one. You should see 3 probably. And I did another double tap, which was 1, 2, 3, because it's a 6-round mag in there. And so double tap plus 1, you know, Mozambique, whatever you want to call that. And it was with some American Eagle 130 grain FMJ. So then I said, well, let's put the 7-round mag in because it's a little bit longer. And actually, when I slammed the 7-round mag in, I don't know if you've ever done this, but sometimes you can kind of pinch your finger, and you know, sometimes that does happen, and it just reminds you, you know, you gotta, you know, that's why you go to the range to practice, right? Anyway, with the 7-round mag, you can see double tap at 7 yards, 2 here, 1 here. Then I went to just single-handed, right hand, so I did, you know, 2 plus 1 over here. And then down here, it's a little hard to see down here, I think. Turn it that way. You can see I did 2 plus 1. Let's see, my tape's not cooperating with me today. It's kind of being a little bit of a rebel itself. Happens from time to time. So, okay. So left-handed, I didn't do too bad either. That's one thing I like, because it's got an ambidextrous safety. It gave me a chance to decocker safety, so I could practice with that. And then the last, I just shot, you know, just different targets moving, two-handed, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 7 yards, looks pretty good, you know. Shoots well, it's always shot well. It's one of the reasons why, you know, you get a particular gun, you decide, you know, I kind of like that one. I'm going to probably carry that one because I shoot it well and it works for me. One thing I'll just remind you of, sometimes, you know, because you get a gun like that XD-E, it's more like 9mm size. I hadn't shot my 45 ACPs for a while, you know, or I hadn't, you know, you normally be shooting 45 Colts, say, out of one of my revolvers, which is, you know, they're heavier. And out of 23 ounces, 45 ACP, 3.3-inch barrel. With that first shot, it just reminded me, it's a 45. This is not a 9, okay? So it's one of the reasons why we go to the range. So I did go, and I did shoot a couple more ranges. I shot 10 yards, and I shot 5 yards. And 10 yards is kind of a special scenario where there's a threat situation that I like to practice. Went okay. You know, it's something that requires you to really concentrate on your accuracy. And then I had a 5-yard one where it was a double thread scenario, and that worked out well. And then I did a final double tap +1 for a couple times, and that worked very well. I really like this gun for the size and the accuracy. As you can see, you know, it's still unloaded. You know, there's no rounds in here or anything. So it's a double action, single action with safety decocker once again. And I personally, I might think about getting the 9 version, but I've also thought about looking for an older, you know, shield, just a standard shield. But something like this gives you a little more firepower with the 45. Some people feel like the 9 is a superior cartridge. They each have their own attributes. So, you know, I just, on this was the ammunition I was using, by the way, just the old American Eagle, you know, 230 grain 45 auto. I might have said 130 grain earlier because I've been shooting so much 38. But anyway, to me, I think the XD-E is still good, even though it's discontinued. Finding holsters is a little bit of a challenge. But other than that, as Reed Desert Boy always says, be safe out there, whatever you're doing. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye now.